But here we need to think about something. When a person comes and he says, or he tries to deny these names and attributes, and he says, Astaghfirullah, how can you affirm this for Allah and this for Allah, aren't you resembling the creation and this whatever? If you think very carefully, where is the sickness? Where is the disease? Does the disease lie in merely affirming what Allah has affirmed for Himself and what the Messenger of Allah affirmed for Allah? Is that where the disease lies? It doesn't lie in that. Rather, the disease lies in this person's heart, because when he hears these names and attributes, when he hears that Allah has istawa, when he hears that Allah has hands, in his heart he thinks, or he resembles them to those of the creation. So this tashbih, or this takyif, really begins in his heart, because he only understands them in this way. So when this occurs, in his mind he's forced to say, Astaghfirullah, we have to deny this, and we have to interpolate this cannot be true. So then they fall into ta'til, to deny Allah's names, or to perform ta'wil. And this issue here is something that one of the Imams of the past, Imam al-Juwayni, rahimahullah, he was a Shafi'i in faith, and he also used to be Ashari in his aqidah. And he used to have a lot of sheikhs who were of the same orientation. And finally, alhamdulillah, he repented and he came back to the aqidah of the Salaf in most issues. And he wrote a little booklet on istiwa and ulu. And within there, he described this very same thing. He said that one thing that I noticed about my sheikhs is that the reason why they were led to deny the attributes and to form ta'wil, because they could only understand them, they could only understand these names and these attributes in light of the creation. So in the heart, this is how they understood them. When they saw a text of the book, of the sunnah, this is how they understood it. So then therefore they were forced to make ta'wil and interpolation. And they claimed that they were purifying Allah from defects. This is called tanzih. So this is how this occurred, and really this is inshallah, the way that we adhere to and we stick to. Whenever we have any kind of tashkik or doubts which come from this angle, that we remember that the way of Ahlul Sunnah is suspended between these four matters, that we do not do ta'til, or tahrif, or takyif, or tashbih. And this is sufficient inshallah. And there is no tashbih in anything that Allah has described Himself with.